Hi, I'm Dr. Stevie, and this is the final video on emotions and managing them. This video, we're going to talk about what to do when you do have emotions, and we know that they are irrational, they're within our unconscious, we don't have control over them, but they do come up, and sometimes they cause problems. They cause problems when they become unmanageable and we start thinking instead of feeling the feeling. So, when we do have the feeling, something happens. I mentioned the road rage. But let's talk about if you are doing your work and your boss comes in and tells you that you haven't been doing your work well. You haven't done it correctly. Somebody's making a complaint about you. You have this feeling. So immediately they start to come up. The first step to do when we have feelings is notice that you have feelings. Sometimes you don't even know that you're having feelings. We hear something happen and then stuff happens and whatever. So know that you're having feelings, and this step alone can create a challenge for some people. So be aware of where feelings and emotions come up in your body. So step one, notice that you have a feeling. Number two, name that emotion. What are those feelings coming up? Yes, my heart's starting to get up. Okay, my boss just talked to me, so that makes me scared. I am angry, I am timid. All of the feelings that you're going to name them. I am happy, I am excited. They can make sense or not, it doesn't matter, but what are the feelings? And I'll show you the feeling wheel. That does help sometimes. But name the feelings. Ideally, you would journal your feelings. You take out a piece of paper, you write down every single feeling that you're having. If you can't write them down, or you can even write them down if you're in a meeting and just write down your feelings. If you can't, then say them out loud. Is this an opportunity where somebody makes you mad and you're in the car? So you're like, oh, angry, sad, scared, happy. Name them out loud. If you can, tell somebody else. Talk to somebody else, but really get the feelings out. And if you can't do it verbally, think about it in your head. Be like, and then think, what are the feelings that I'm feeling? And name them all. And keep doing this until the feelings go away. And science is telling us that the actual emotional and that feeling experience only lasts a couple seconds, about 30 seconds. I always like to say intense emotions, give it no more than 5 minutes. That's a really long time. It should be much less than that. But keep naming the emotions until the physical feeling subsides. And this is all when you have time. So you have time. Somebody comes in, gives you feedback, you don't like it, they leave. Emotions, I'm having an emotion. Angry, sad, upset. I'm writing it all down, everything. The emotion comes out. Now, not all the time when we have an emotional experience do we have time to go through all this. So, again, the first step is notice that you have an emotion. Then do you have time to deal with this? My boss is still there. They just told me that they have to give me feedback. I'm having an emotion. Okay. First step, besides noticing the emotion, the second step is then take a deep breath. That physical pause of taking a deep breath brings the oxygen to your frontal lobe. It takes you out of that fight or flight, takes you out of the animal part, and allows you to function. So taking a deep breath, 2 of them work, and then go on. Also, acknowledge that you have feelings and you'll get back to them later. So it's like, I have a feeling, I don't have time to address them right now. I will get back to them later, and then go on. Of course, you could always say, hey, thank you for that feedback. I see you want to talk about it with me right now. Can we reschedule, or can we set aside a time that we can go over this feedback? And then that gives you time to journal, talk it out, or whatever, so that the emotion passes. Now, what you don't do when you have an emotion is start asking yourself why. So somebody comes in, I have to give you feedback, it's not going very well. The first thing is like, why do they have to do that? Why did they do that? I can't believe they did that. Why am I feeling this way? Why? Why questions in our brain spiral? They are going to make everything worse because you're already thinking not rationally and you're going to spiral. Do not ask yourself why. It does not make it better. Plus, when you're emotional, you can't really answer that well. Don't blame others or yourself. When you have emotions, it's like, I can't believe that person did that. I can't believe you're doing this. And we tend to blame. Instead of going through the feeling, we're like, I can't have this feeling. I need it to go away. And you start blaming. It's like, if I can blame that other person or even blame myself, my feeling will go away. It won't. That also keeps your feeling there and in control over your behavior. So no blaming. And don't try to fix it when you're having it. Okay, you're giving me feedback. Well, let me do this. Let me change. I'm so sorry. And immediately try to fix the problem. All those emotions are still there, and that's not going to be the best thing. They're going to control you, and you are not using your full frontal lobe into your full capacity. So yes, you could probably come up with the best outcome and the best solve to a problem, but your brain is physically not capable of doing that at this moment when you're having the feelings. So overall, when we have emotions which are not within our control, identify that you have the emotion, then name them. And the feeling wheel is a really good place to start. And remember, you are not choosing what emotions you have. And you might be surprised what emotions come up. But naming the emotions, writing them out, getting them out of you, lets them pass through you. It gives them the attention that they need so that they can let go of their control over your brain and allow your frontal lobe to stop working. Don't get caught up in the asking why and blaming others. Just sit with the feeling. Those of you who practice yoga know what it's like, where it's like, oh, you're building heat, or oh, you're embracing this pain. Embracing your emotions, naming them, knowing that they are harmless, you don't have control, they just are, allows them to go through, and then you're left with really good information that your logic brain then can do something with it. So that is the summary of emotions and dealing with them. If you have any comments or questions, my contact information is available. Please reach out to me, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I also hope that these were helpful. Thank you.